Hello, welcome back to my channel once again. So today we'll be learning how to create dynamic date in Excel. So by the end of this course, this studies, this video, you should be able to create the dynamic Excel which looks like this. So you are able to select any. So we want to create two dates, the start date and then the end date. Okay, so let's assume our end date. So the date in Excel should always be month, day, and year. So let's say December ending 31st. The year should be 2018. So that is our start date. Let's try and then format our Excel. So from here you can increase the width. Okay. Alright, then let's assume our any date is also December 31st 2025. Okay, so let's find the number of years that will be between that period. So you can pick the old one. So let's extract the year by using the year function from this year, month, date. So we click on this one, then plus 1 minus year, also from this. You can put enter. So you have what, 8 days, 8 years from this period, from 2018 to this. So we can test this by making here 2018 whether we get 1 year interval. Okay, great. So we have 1 year intervals, which 2018 is also inclusive. Alright, so that's great. Okay, so we want to create a date that will start by making reference to the start date, and the date will also stop by making reference to the end date. So let's assume here, let's create a date here is equal to, we are going to start the year from the beginning year, give us 2018. So now we are going to define some rules here, that if the current year is less than our any date, then the system should create one additional more year. So in order to do that, let's put our cursor here, create equal to if the previous year is less than the ending date. To remember, we have to extract the year from that. Okay, then so let's lock this, let's anchor this to make always be a reference to this. Okay, then if it's less than, if it's true, then what should the system do? The system should do what? Pick the previous year plus 1. Otherwise it should give empty response. So this 2019, so let's drag it to any maximum amount we can. Okay, here so you can see here that when it reaches the 2025, that stop. Okay, so you can also create the full year here, which should be date. Then you can make reference to this year, so pick the month and then the end date, which give us this. Then you can also, so let's bring it here. So you see you have an error here, so let's fix this error by using if error, then it should give us empty dates as well. So let's drag this to the other side. So we have fixed this error. So let's also drag this so that it will be in the similar path. So good. So now we have fixed this. We can format this. can also increase the fonts and then we bold it as well. We can also highlight this, then you can use this color, but this no bolding. Then you can also format another row here, so you can format here again. So let's click on format, then let's define some rule here, that if this cell here contain this cell from this range 2018 to the ending has a value, then we are saying that the value is less than any number that is not the any date. So let's pick any number 9999, which is more than any date the year. This we are saying that it should highlight this color for us. Otherwise, one is great, that it should maintain the blue color. Okay, so you can see that it has obeyed here. Here is empty, so there's no, here the system recognizes as empty, not value. The same way to, let's also create some formatting rules as well. So let's click here again to new rule as well. So the same rule, you click here. If the cell we have highlighted is less than what, any number which is greater than any date 9999 again, we are saying that they should use some unique color, so you can use this color here. So let's click OK. Okay, so let's see if this rule is also working perfectly. Great. Okay, so now we will have loved to be able to increase the any date at any time without we manually inputting, for example, changing it to 2017, changing this to 2030. This is a lot of work. So now let's try and then automate a drop down function where we'll be able to what, select that any value, then this system should update, the date should update. So in order to do that, let's create some list. So you can put 1 here, 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. Then let's create up to 20 years here, so you can increase it further. Okay, alright, so let's do something here. So let's create a form here, control form. So in order to create a control form, you click on developer, then you click on insert here, you click on this form, so you put it anywhere, then you can resize it. I'm resizing it as well. Okay, alright, so you right click, then you click on form control, then you click on this side here, you highlight all the numbers that you have done here, enter, and again you want it to link this respond to this side, also enter. So now let's find a drop down, so you can see all the lists that we have created earlier. So we can name here number of year, okay. So now let's select 1 here, so you can see that here is this, the date is not changing, right, the same. So now let's do something again. Let's now change here to be, so let's assume here should be is dynamic, so let's change here as a hard coded figure. Let me use blue, this blue here. Good. So now let's make there as a formula to link the number of years that we have selected. So we're going to pick year here, ending dates any year, right, bracket minus, so you can add date, we are making this, so dates, this minus 1, because 2018 is inclusive, so we have to reduce the any year by 1. Okay, then plus the current year that we are selecting, to bring the month and then the date. So we can accept this correction, and now you can see that now we are able to link the year. So when we select this move, we select 17, it move, we select 14, it reduces again. So let's reduce it, so you can see as we select this, able to change. So this will help us to go to create dynamic models. So whenever you are performing what if analysis in respect to the years, we are able to. So welcome back to today's lesson. So today by creating the start date.